Nico, for sharing that. So, my name is Calvin Lavelle. I'm 24 years old. I'm Haitian American. I was born in Brooklyn. All right. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens. I went to St. John's University. I got my bachelor's degree in communications. What else? I grew up in a single parent household. My mom, she held down the fort, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. The mother's holding it down. For some of us, the father's holding it down too, as single parents. And it was just me and my older sister. And growing up, I grew up in a beautiful home. My mother made sure I had no problems, When she always made sure I was in school, made sure I had the fly sneakers, my Jordans, everything was tight. When I was 16 years old, I got a job working in the mall, so I always had my money. I got my car when I was 16 years old, doing it, holding it down, But around that time, I was also going through some changes. Growing up in a strong Caribbean household and also a household that's also very religious, it's very hard for a young black man to come out and admit to himself and to his family that he's gay. So, I heard a reaction over there. So I came out to my family. I came out and I told them that I was gay. And my mom, she embraced me. She loved me. My father, he wasn't in my life, but after that, he completely disowned my entire family, me, my sister, my mom. And that's cool too, We don't choose how our family are, but we choose who the people who we want to be with for the rest of our lives, whether it's our boyfriends, girlfriends, moms, friends, whatever. So, let's talk about my circle of friends for a little bit. So, as I was coming out, I was, and I think this applies not just because I'm gay, but because, we're sexual human beings, when we're young, we're exploring our sexualities, we're exploring drugs and things. So 16 years old, I started experimenting with, with the weed, and we don't think it's a big deal, with the cigarettes, with the drinking, doing it. And nobody was asking questions, because mind you, I was still going to work on time, I was still coming home with the straight A's, I was still doing what I had to do. I was still doing what I had to do, still had the smile on my face, so nobody asked any questions. So I had I started experimenting sexually, started having sex and everything at 16. I met my first love when I was 17 years old. And yeah, I know. Yeah, and things was on point. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, who don't have friends or who are a part of the gay lifestyle, when you're just coming out as being gay and everything, you're kind of like the new face. So, everybody wants to be up all up on this. Come on, look at this cheekbones. Right? I was having fun. I was getting into the clubs at an early age. I was doing me. And like I said, nobody asked questions. So I believe that life works in a series of signs. So this was definitely my first sign, the story I'm about to tell you, with my first love. So, we're sitting in his apartment and everything, and I'm trying to make things happen. And he's like, nah, I don't want to. I'm like, okay, but I'm still trying. So then I keep trying to have sex. So then he's like, no, I don't want to have sex. So then my response to him is like, what, you don't love me? And then he looks at me like, what the? That was the first sign. So, let's keep the story going. So then that relationship, it ran its course, so then I met another guy. For those of you guys who've ever had a crush, or really like someone, have you guys ever had that experience where you see that person walking down and then there's a bright light right behind them? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I was in a club once and I saw this guy, we'll call him Marcus. We'll give him a fake name. His name was Marcus. And Marcus, he came up to me with that swag and everything. And come to find out, he was like, let me take you out. I was like, what? He was like, let me take you out right now. I'm like, I'm at the club with my friends. He's like, let me take you out. So I'm like, all right, whatever. He's like, he'll bring me back before the club ends. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, let's go. So he takes me to his restaurant. Yes, his restaurant. All right? The restaurant was closed. He opened the restaurant, had the chefs were cleaning. He had to make me a meal and everything. Beautiful. All right? Talk to him, come to find out, he didn't just own